All right, sitting in the car right outside the gym. About to go get a circuit workout in. Today we got 5 rounds, 5 minutes on the assault runner, and then 25 dips, 10 pull-ups, and then 5 minutes on the rower. Take about 3 to 4 minute rest period in between each round. And then after that, I'll head over to the pool, get about a mile swim in, and then see what the rest of the day has. I've been working a lot on the website, been working a lot on getting over into this new warehouse, and that is such a pain in the ass, but it's going to be worth it. You know, I want to get everything moved into there, situated, new racks built. I want to get all of our operations up and running within a week. So in that transition, you guys are going to see a little bit of a lag time in shipping times with Alpha Country. That is definitely not our standard, but sometimes that kind of happens when you have big moves like this. Usually we are getting orders out. As you guys know, if you've ordered with us, we're pumping orders out within 24 hours. If you ordered on a Monday, it's getting sent out on a Tuesday. On the weekends, if you order like Friday night, Saturday, or Sunday, first thing in the morning on Monday, that's what we're doing. We're out there pushing orders out. So this is a very, very big step in the business, and it's something that I have been thinking about and wanting to make happen and really working towards for the past 4 years. You know, in July, we will be 4 years old as a company. That's 4 years ago in July is when I started this Alpha Country LLC business, and man, it's been a hell of a ride. So I'm gonna go get this workout in, try to just disconnect from everything. And this is why I like going to the gym and doing my workouts, or going for my runs, or doing my training in the morning time, because it just gives me that you know, space and time to just be in the moment and not have a million things going on in my mind and trying to manage all this stuff. So I just completely disconnect, put my headphones in, and just give it everything I have for the next hour and a half. So got my Bangalore pre-workout. That's what's awesome about this pre-workout as well that I formulated, was that when I didn't care about the, you know, pre-workout that's just gonna make you absolutely hyped for the next hour and then you just crash afterwards. Where I come from, and the training that I needed a pre-workout for, was being able to do strength training and being able to do endurance training. Usually when I was taking pre-workout, I felt like my heart was racing out of my body, or especially if I had to run afterwards, I felt nauseous, had this terrible headache. And I take Bangalore pre-workout to go do endurance training, to go do strength training, it doesn't matter. And then if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys see me, you know, praise the Stay Ready Endurance almost every training session. I take 1 to 2 scoops per training session, whether it's strength or endurance, about every hour, to keep the carbs and sodium. There's a bunch of antioxidants and vitamins in there as well that it just keeps me fueled up, and everybody that tries it says the same thing. They didn't realize how underfueled they were for their training until they started using Stay Ready Endurance, and now they can go for a lot longer of durations of training. So these 2 products you guys should definitely try if you haven't already, but it's time to go get this work in. All right, so no matter what training I'm doing, I'm always going to be using Stay Ready Endurance. No matter what, because this is literally my fuel source. I've used it for all of my training, for trying to grow muscle, trying to, you know, get stronger, to being out on the trail for 4 or 5 hours, all the way up to the 50-mile ultra marathon. I use 2 scoops of this every hour for 10.5 hours. I had no problems, no cramping, no stomach issues, absolutely nothing. And so I have found my fuel source, and I know, like, if I ever forget it, I definitely pay the price on my workout, because I run out of energy, not like caffeine, like stimulant energy. what I'm talking about is like with these high intensity workouts and these long duration workouts, you're using so many calories, you're using all the carbs that you have left. And so if you're not continually like refueling, just like a car, if you just run it out of gas, it's just gonna stop on you and it's not gonna be able to go anymore. Same thing with this. The second that you run out of all your carb sources, like your body's going to transition into utilizing fat. If that's what you wanna do, then cool, don't use a carb source. But it's not gonna feel good. And then once it runs out of, fat, then you're gonna start burning muscle. And if you wonder why you're, doing endurance training and you're not able to retain any muscle, that's why. You're literally feeding your body your muscles, your fat, instead of utilizing a carb source to fuel you through that workout, along with sodium. So we're about to get started here. 5 rounds of this, and then after that we're gonna head to the pool.
I don't usually do this unless I'm drunk or I'm high, but I'm both right now, got me talking about my life. I don't usually do this unless I'm drunk or I'm high, but I'm both right now. I don't usually do this unless I'm drunk or I'm high, but I'm both right now and I need you in my life. I don't usually do this unless I'm drunk or I'm high, but I'm both right now. Yeah, I'm both. Yeah, I had a drink, yeah, I smoke. Yeah, you think I need you, but I don't. Just left out Dubai with all my folk. Open water, my location is remote. Shout out Yachty, but this ain't a little boat. This some shit I wrote about when I was broke. See, the power of the mind is not a joke. Man, I said that I would do it and I did. Used to get leftovers out the fridge. Nobody was famous where I live, till I got it jumping at the crib. Took a lot to be able to give. I mean, I don't usually do this unless I'm drunk or I'm high, but I'm both right now, got me talking about my life. I don't usually do this unless I'm drunk or I'm high, but I'm both right now. I don't usually do this unless I'm drunk or I'm high, but I'm both right now and I need you in my life. I don't usually do this unless I'm drunk or I'm high, but I'm both right now.
Just finished up. This thing all saved. So again, it was 5 rounds, 5 minutes on the woodway or assault runner, whatever you want to call it. We got 10 pull-ups here, and we did 20 dips, strict pull-ups, strict dips, and then 5 minutes on here. So we're getting about half a mile each round, plus or minus. Total on the runner was 4.67 miles. And then average around here on the rower was around 1,100 to 1,200 meters of rowing in 5 minutes. We had the pull-ups, 10 of those, 20 dips, and that was an hour and 16 minutes. So each round was taking me 13 to 14 minutes to do. So solid workout. I'm gonna go head to the pool and get my swim on. All right, I'm on my way to the pool right now. It's about a 15-20 minute drive. So wanted to ask you guys a question, and maybe you can, get in the comments or something like that to whether you agree with me or disagree with me. I'd love to know. I'd love to know who's following me and following this journey that I'm on. Shit, everybody's on a journey. But anyways, since when is being competitive like a bad thing? When I watch, people's YouTubes and things like that, a lot of the bullshit that I see is like, I'm not a competitive person. I just do this shit for me. It's like, yeah, bro, you can still do this for you and be competitive. Like, dude, I'm competitive. That is all that I know. That's all I've been taught to know. I grew up playing basketball, football, and baseball. I went to select team selections, so where 100, 200 kids try out and only 10 to 12 kids get picked up. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're not competitive, motherfucker, you're not getting picked up at all. Like, you will not be selected. You will get put on the B team, and you will not ever play in high level sports if you don't have that competitive edge. Because whether you want to believe it or not, or be okay with it, everybody there that was at that tryout is coming to take your lunch money. They were trying to take my spot, and guess what? I'm trying to take their spot too. So, and that mentality has never left me. It is ingrained in my mind and my blood. Like, I am competitive in everything that I do. Even just now in the gym, I'm in the back where usually nobody's ever at, because it's a powerlifting gym, and there's where all the workout you guys just saw, and there's a dude that jumps on the woodway right next to me, and dude, you bet your ass, like, my mindset is, I hope that this dude's watching me, and in his mind, he's like, damn, that dude's in really good shape, and that dude is a fucking machine, and that dude is this, and that dude is that. That's what I want them to think. That's not an issue. There should be nothing wrong with that. That is that dog coming out. That's that competitive nature coming out, and I'm never gonna change, and I don't recommend ever, if you have that, do not ever lose that. Do not fall into this weak ass shit of don't worry about anybody else, it's okay, just focus on yourself, you're competing against yourself. No, fuck that. That's when the real like me comes out, and we're in a competitive nature, bro, I'm coming for you. And in business, like, you bet your ass, like, I'm coming for you. I'm not just gonna be like, oh, I don't want to start any problems. No, fuck that. Like, I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but at the same time, like, I'm trying to build an iconic brand. I'm trying to build a brand that is very well known. I'm trying to create products, and everything about my brand, I want it to be top tier. That's why I take it so serious. That's why if you guys follow me and follow the business page, you know that I take this shit serious. This is, when I'm not training, this is what I'm doing. And this is also why I cannot just be complacent and not have some sort of a physical event to train up for. Like I said, I played select sports my entire life, traveled across the country my entire life. Then I got into the Army. Getting into Ranger School, that was an event that I was training up for. When I got done with Ranger School, okay, that's over. Now what's the next thing? Special Forces selection. Another selection where everybody there is trying to get selected. Everybody there is trying to do something to win and get selected. And if that means putting you out, that's what it is. Promise you, I saw that all the time. Everybody that got selected was a competitor. They competed on every single event, every single thing that they did, no matter what. Then you get on the Special Forces team. There is ODA best competitions. There's all sorts of things like that you are competing. That is what the highest level people on this earth, they are competitive. Do not let that weak ass shit come into your mind and make you think that being competitive is a problem, because it's not.
poisoning, so he stopped training.
Who was it? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so like we used to train all the time.
Okay.
So yeah, because we were both gonna go to SFRE together.
Yeah. So he'll tell you that like the only people that
it works.
Yeah, it does. All right, I just finished up with that one-on-one call. Man, I love being able to help people out. I remember being in these shoes of pretty much everybody that I interview. Right now, I'm interviewing to fill the 5 slots of my one-on-one coaching. I only accept 5 people at a time, so that way, however long that they stay, whether it's 3 months, sometimes 6 months, I can give them my undivided attention. And honestly, like, it's just me doing the coaching right now, and so I want to make sure that like they have enough like time with who they're being coached by, trained by, however you want to say it. If I just overload it with 20 people, which I very well could, I don't have enough time to give the amount of time that I want to give to 20 people every single week. So that's why I kind of like to keep it just a very small group of dudes and girls and just focus on helping them out. So I love when the people that are coming for the interview have a bunch of questions and things like that, and I can show them exactly like what I'm doing and things like that. So I'm going to show you a little bit of kind of what the app that I use, the program that I use, meaning like the platform that I use to customly make all of these workouts for all of my clients. So here's a little sneak peek of it. Let's see how well this works. So this is example of a week that he just completed. One of my clients, all greens. It's exactly what we want to see. We have a rest day here, and then his next week of training is already programmed in. So all he has to do is wake up and get after it. And I'm gonna close out that video with that. I've got to go to football practice this afternoon, so now my day is going to be spent with my kids. And yeah, this is what a typical day of mine looks like: training, fitting in clients. The only thing I didn't do today was go to the warehouse, and that's because I had meetings this afternoon with my attorneys and lease managers and things like that. So, but I appreciate you guys watching, man. I'm gonna try to do this a lot more for you guys.